Rebirth, Chapter 1, Love Me Do. I took out my phone and pulled up the Beatles song I loved the most because of Paul's harmonica skills. Grams and Gramp smiled as they swayed gently to the harmonics, while Cupid and Eli were dancing again. Eli spun Cupid around a few times on his toes. Cupid's face was one of pure joy. Grams and Gramps were watching with amazement at the skills of the boys. It was quite the sight to see my boy move like that. It's another thing he's naturally good at. Ha! Then the song ended and I had to think on the spot to come up with another fun love song. Aha! I got it. Then Message of Love from the Pretenders came on, and the punk rock atmosphere lit up immediately. I started to sing along with the song and did air drumming. Wait a hot sec, I got a bass I'd love to play. Eli, will you go get it? He nodded and walked back into the living room and came back with a massive blue and gray 9-string bass. It was a Fender by the looks of it. Hey Charles, mind starting the song over again so I can isolate the bass line? I did. We all fell silent as he worked his magic on the bass. Gramp started by feeling for the notes with his fingers, and by the end of the second playthrough he had it mastered. Okay guys, I'm ready. I clicked play and Gramp started to rock along to the song. I also might have queued up I Can't Get No Satisfaction. Just because. Eli and Cupid were slow dancing with a funky, faster than normal speed and fluidity. Grams was waving her hands to the song as Gramps played the bass fast and accurately. Coupled with my drumming and Cupid and Eli's dancing, it all just felt normal. Even Victor, I saw, was hopping around the floor with everyone else. I smiled as this just felt right. Then the Pretenders ended and the Rolling Stones came on. Gramps looked at me and I smiled and he knew what to do. After listening a few times, he totally mastered the bass line. I felt the bass in my chest with this song. Grams started to clap and sing along to the song as Grams and I joined in. Eli and Cupid noticed and started dancing and stopped dancing and held hands while Cupid sang and Eli hummed along. Eventually the song ended. We all just sat there in comfortable silence for a few seconds. I haven't felt that alive in years. Can't speak for you, Gramps, but that was reinvigorating. Thank you, Charles, for the music. Thank you, Eli and Cupid, for the dance, and I forgot you were that good on bass, Gramps. He smiled and bowed in the chair. We all laughed out loud. Well, since you already ate and it's getting late, we're gonna head to bed. Eli, just let us know where you'll be, here or their place. He looked up sheepishly. Cupid's place, if that's all right with you guys. They nodded, and Eli rushed over to hug both Grams and Gramps. I'll meet you guys there. I'm going to pack some clothes and stuff for a few nights at least. Cupid and I nodded. We waved and said goodnight. Cupid picked up Victor and we walked outside. Cupid wanted to wait. You really love him, don't you? Cupid nodded. I do, and he just makes me feel whole. No offense to you. None taken. No, I get it. You're growing up and you deserve love. Who am I to get in the way of that? Cupid smiled as he lightly punched my arm. Thanks, Dad. You're the best, and thank you for letting me be with Eli. I ruffled his hair again. You're welcome, kiddo. Eli came out with the duffel bag with sneakers tied around the bag. Oh, you guys didn't have to wait for me, but thank you anyways. I'm glad that went well with my grandparents. They're lovely people. They raised me and adopted me. My own parents couldn't take care of me after the world ended under Berkowitz. Cupid held his hand. I know the feeling. Dad saved me from a dog attack as my own mom had kicked me out because of my sassiness. Eli smiled and squeezed Cupid's hand. As Cupid and I have seen as we went through the multiverse, love and connection is the most important thing out there. Eli raised Cupid's hand and kissed it. Yeah, and I love this. We arrived back at the house. I had the two of them enjoy themselves for a bit as I milked Mrs. and gathered over 24 eggs. I then heard loud music coming from Cupid's apartment. It sounded like dance music. Then I recognized it. It was the song Up and Down from the Venga Boys, a classic song from my youth. I laughed as it was such a Cupid song to play. Knock, knock. Eli opened the door and Cupid looked embarrassed about being caught just jumping to the song. Nothing to be ashamed of, kiddo. Those were my dance moves in college when the song came out. Cupid turned a deep crimson. Eli laughed at him. Funny, I can see why you love him, Cupid. He's such a cool dad, and I think it's cute how much you know to push each other's buttons. I laughed hard. Yeah, we do. Now, who wants to make a fire and smoke with some music at my place? They both smiled devilishly.